What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is the Nffl week 6, 7, fuck it, I don't know. Too many losses in a row. For CeeDee Lamb, Michael or Matthew Golden, and Michael Penix Jr. For Ceedeez, Golden, Penix. Super high vibes tonight. We're getting this in right before Thursday night football. We lost. Big shocker there. Lost to Alex, who scored like 150, 60 points. I don't know. Way more than us. We scored 130. I told Alex if you could score over 130 points, he's got the win this week. Pretty on point. Yeah, we're just fucked with injuries. And this is a big bye week coming up. Not this past week, but this next week facing Ryan. So, we're going to lose again, so it's fun. JD, 17.74. Goff, 10.34. Kamara, 4.4. Williams, 18.3. Lamb, 19.5. BTJ, 4.6. Q, a solid 10. Goddard, 3.3. Money, 4.9. Packers, 14. Bates, 8. And Bjorquez, a solid 15, pulling up the rear. Yeah, it's just not great. Special teams is doing really well. Bates got the most points out of a kicker this season at 8. Bjorquez 15 and Packers at 14. We're looking at a solid 37 out of those guys. My thing is you get 30 out of those 3 players, then life is really good. The second half of that is you have to have the rest of your team do okay as well. Can't have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys under 5 points. And yeah, that's just not going to help you out. JD's hurt again. Mariota's on them. Coming in. It's going to be really fun picking his ass up. Got to wait for the whole thing so I don't get another $5 fine for active players, even though fucking Penix is hurt and Jaden Daniels is probably not going to play for a week or 2, or at least probably minimum of 1 week, probably 2. Goff sucks, 10.34. His average of 10th best fantasy QB for the last 4 years has been pretty shit so far this season. I think he is still ranked 10th or somewhere around there, 10th or 11th, 12th, something like that. But yeah, it's not great. Kamara at 4.4, Williams at 18.3, Lamb 19.5. I mean, honestly, we've got some players here, like JD getting 17 isn't the worst thing in the world. Williams getting 18 is great. Lamb getting 19 is great. Q getting 10 is great. You know what I mean? It's just we can't have Monty get 4.9 and Goddard get 3.3 and BTJ get hurt. Again at 4.6 for like the 19th time this season. They just need to take him out, get him healthy. Kamara at 4.4. You know what I mean? So like we just can't do that. It's not gonna win. It's not gonna win weeks. It's not gonna be great. We're looking at the bright side, I guess you could say. No zeros this week. We got away from those. There's a couple guys that I was pretty scared about, some zeros. But, whatever. I don't know. We didn't play Pittman. We didn't play a couple guys. There's some players we could have played. Could have moved the lineup around. We got like 140 points, 150 points. But it wouldn't have really mattered in the long run. I think Alex would have had a substantially better team. Just put up a lot of points. Yeah, I don't know. We got Ryan this next week. He is coming off of back-to-back lowest scores. I think he's in like the 90s both times, 91, 96, something like that. I don't know. Somewhere around the 100 points. So I just, I know how this is going to go. We've seen this time and time again. We get a easy guy to face me, somebody who hasn't been playing very well, and his team is going to score 153 points. It's just going to happen. I'm going to be placing, there's so many people, all the Lions guys. So, I mean, JD's out of the lineup. Goff's out of the lineup. Let's see. BTJ's out of the lineup. Monty's out of the lineup. Bates is out of the lineup. So we got like 4 or 5 guys out of the lineup. We're going to end up putting Penix and Mariota in. Kamara's in. Williams is in. Lamb is in. We're going to have Q and Pittman. Or maybe one of those guys is on bye. I can't remember. Maybe one of those guys is on bye. Got Lamb, Q, and Pittman, I think. We'll have Goddard and Kittle both in. Double tight end flex. That's going to be great. We're going to have the Packers, because we do have the Lions as well, defense-wise. We're going to have the Packers. We're going to pick up somebody. I think we picked up like Boswell. And then Bjorkez, of course, is going to stay. So, I don't know. Fuck it, man. We're going to score probably about the same amount of points. 120, 130. If we can get above 130, if we just not be low score, if we can just not get any zeros, if we can see Jackson, if we could see Ryan, if we can see... who's the other motherfucker? There's 3 of them. Jackson, Ryan, and somebody else. Owen, maybe? I can't remember. Somebody's on my heels with zeros, and I would love for that to be more of a competitive match. I got 4 real early. So, yeah. Those are our wins for the week. We didn't have a 0. We didn't have to pay anybody extra money. That's how bad our team is. And honestly... could we have drafted better? Yeah. Could we have traded some players? Yeah, of course. I mean, BTJ, I'm getting a lot of flack for BTJ this year for not trading for Garrett Wilson on like week 2 when I think that was when Justin Fields just went out or something like that. So there was no like real understanding of who their quarterback's going to be or what type of ability they have. So I don't know. Like, I just don't feel like that one was terribly to my fault. I still believe BTJ can be elite. I still think he could be a 10, 12 pointer. He is better than Pittman for a fact. And Pittman is just absolutely running miles around him. And it's just crazy to watch that happen. And I think it's all because of the quarterback play. You throw a Matthew Stafford down there. You throw a fucking Joe Flacco down there. And... holy shit, their offense would just skyrocket. I honest to God just think Trevor Lawrence is just not the fit. And it's been pretty obvious for a couple of years, but it's really not been because he's had so many OCs. He's just been churning those OCs like crazy. He's had change in leadership and this offense, playing that offense, playing with these players, playing with those players, getting rid of this guy, getting that guy. It's insane, and I just don't think that they're really doing very well. And that's kind of what you play. That's the game you play. That's why it's fantasy. That's why you don't roster a full team. You get people in pieces from other from this team and that team, this team and that team to try to make create the best lineup. So I don't know. It's fun. I suck. Zeros suck. Didn't have many of those the last couple of weeks. I think we're at 3 or 4 weeks now from having one of those. Since the last time, but I don't know. We got Garvey. We got a couple players. Like, I've scored more points than Ryan this season, and I've had like 100-something more points scored on me, and he's like 4-2 or 4-3 or something like that, and I'm 2-5. So that means he's 4-3. That sucks. Like, that's who I've been playing. I faced Jesse. I lost to Jackson, which was embarrassing. That sucked. I beat Owen. That's one of my only good wins. This is stuck again. Yeah. It's not good. Fantasy teams in shambles. Not much to look forward to, honestly. I would say we just need to get a lot of people healthy, but JD's not coming back. BTJ, even if he is healthy, he's not doing shit. Kittle's back, but he didn't he had 0 points last week, so glad I didn't play him. I don't know. Just number one, CeeDee Lamb was out for like 4 or 5 weeks. You can't come back from that. You put too much draft capital in that. Happened last year. I had, CMC didn't play for fucking 13 weeks or whatever it was. It's just really frustrating time and time again. The teams that are just staying healthy are winning. Like, it's not, I don't even think it's because they've drafted just substantially better players. I think it is truly because their players are getting on the field more often than mine. And I'm having to play these fucking randos in place of, people who are supposed to be going in the first and second round, and I'm trying to, Quentin Johnston was the best fucking wide receiver on my team for 5-6 weeks of my season. Quentin Johnston from the Chargers. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really sad. So we are going to get out of here, get this in right before Thursday Night Football. Hopefully it's a good game. But yeah, not much to really look forward to. We're going to lose many more games this season. So let's just try not to be biggest loser. Go Garby.